Hey guys, months and months ago, the FAA released an NPRM for the remote ID. In turn, they received about 53,000 plus comments from the industry. So what's up with that? It's been a long time. When is it going to get released? What's going to be in it? Well, today I'm going to call the FAA and find out just that. When is this thing coming so we can plan for it? So let's go. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. It's good to see you. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Keith and this is Alien Drones. I do mostly drone tag, photography, tips, tutorials, and industry news. And if that's something that's of interest to you, you may want to consider hitting subscribe. That'll let you know if there's future content that might be of interest to you. So today I'm going to talk about the NPRM, the Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, that the FAA released months ago. And then they asked for comments and they received over 53,000 comments. And I want to talk to the FAA and find out what the status is of this NPRM. We expected it would come out sometime soon, but we're not really sure when. And if you know how I roll, I typically don't like to shoot from the hip. I like to get the information straight from the horse's mouth. So I'm going to call the FAA directly and see what they have to say. And as a side note, I did come to an agreement with a rep from the FAA that allows me to post this conversation on the channel for you, the viewers, to listen to. So let's just get started. So I'm talking today with a rep from the UAS Support Center, and we'll call him James. And yes, as a courtesy, I did change the name. So thank you very much, James, for taking the time to talk to us today. And any information you can give us on the NPRM. We have a lot of viewers here that are really interested what's upcoming and maybe what some dates are. And if there's any information you can give us regarding the NPRM, we would certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, so the word is that they will release the new version or updated version and the final version, I believe, in December.
December, okay.
Yeah, they went through the comment period, then they went through the review of the comment period, and then they took in and categorized all the comments. They went through all the comments and made sure that, first off, they filtered out all the hate.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of hate emails coming in, and they filtered those out, and they captured all the useful information, and then they tried to see if it made sense for them to go through and edit the rule itself. So everything was considered. All aspects were considered. Everybody's opinions were considered. I mean, it's the law that we had to go through as a team. I wasn't part of the team, but I know that we had updates, and they did go through and they considered every comment, every category. They had to reply to comments, and then they are going to release the new version this December.
Okay, so I have to be honest, when that NPRM came out, I was pretty ticked off. There was a lot of anger over this NPRM because it was so aggressive, talking about having broadcast, having your information transmitted to anybody with an app that could see your personal information and where you were flying. And no internet, no fly. That was horrible. There's so many things that, so many times that we fly in areas that are remote, and that was just horrible. I mean, I gotta say, it was pretty disturbing. So I'm hoping that they took our information into account and maybe made it a little nicer for us hobbyists and 107 pilots.
That was a major concern.
Yeah.
That was obviously a huge concern, and so I believe that they did. They did look into that because that was a lot of the comments was dead zones and stuff. Like people that live in remote areas or people that are out in the middle of nowhere that for hiking and stuff. It was a pretty big issue. So yeah. I don't know what they did or if they did, but I know that it was a majority of the comments and concerns was due to that fact.
Okay, well that makes sense. I hope they did. Of course, there were 53,000 comments. I would imagine after they took those out, there might have been some left anyway.
probably a handful.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate your candor.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, right now they're estimating that it's like 20% of the drone operators out there, and this is probably a low estimate, but they say 20% of the drone users out there aren't registered and don't even know they have to register.
Wow. So you think there's 20% that are not registered? That seems kind of low, actually. Was as available as the drones are at Best Buy or wherever you can go buy them and fly them that same day. I would think that might even be a little low.
Yeah, they're estimating that there's at least 20% of drone operators out there today that are unaware that they have to register. You know, and that's kind of crazy. Is that 20% of the whole community, and that's exactly what you're just talking about, is in violation and unaware of it, and also those are a lot of guys that don't even know about the rules of operating a drone, and they may be like hurting the community overall because they're the guys that are like unknowingly breaking the rules and making everybody look bad. And I know there's a lot of the 80% that are registered that just don't care about the rules as well. Large majority probably, but outreach, we try as much as we possibly can. It's just very tough. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just you're kind of helping us out by reaching out to pilots.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. You know, I do try to be safe, and I try to promote safe flying and try to talk about the rules and regs as much as I can and still keep it fun. You know, sometimes you don't want to burden it with too many rules and regulations and that kind of discussion. But hopefully the FAA doesn't restrict the hobby or somebody do something in the industry that makes it difficult for us to enjoy the hobby. And as I mentioned, I always try to promote factual information as much as I can. So I try to reach out, just like I'm doing in this phone call. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to call you in the future. I have some other things that come up on the channel quite often about specific things that are kind of gray, in my opinion. And I don't have time today, but I will be calling back. And I will get these nailed down, and I will be happy to put them on the channel and let people know so that we can be as safe as we can. And we know we're getting the information from the horse's mouth, per se. So that we know we're doing it right, and we know have good information and can be very confident if we're ever approached by somebody that we're doing the best we can based on the information straight from the FAA. So I do appreciate that if you wouldn't mind.
Well, yeah, please call us. I mean, like that's our job. Our specific job at this number is to assist you in any and all things drones. I mean, we enjoy the conversation. Everybody at this office is a hobbyist. A lot of the guys go to the modular air shows, and they have model aircraft on top of drones themselves. So everybody's pretty active, and we're excited to talk about it.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that again. And again, I want to thank you a lot for your candor and your information here. And I will be talking to you again in the future, I am sure. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Certainly. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So that was my conversation with the FAA, James from the FAA. Was nice enough to talk to us about the NPRM. And of course, it sounds like it's coming out in December. And that being said, it sounds like they took a lot of our comments under consideration. Those of you that did not put hateful comments down. No, I know none of you did, of course. But hopefully they took some of our comments under review and implemented them. It's nice to hear that at the FAA, they're hobbyists as well, and they enjoy the industry, so they don't want to do anything, hopefully, that destroys the industry for themselves as well. So looking forward to it, and as you heard, I do plan on having future discussions with the FAA on some very hot topics that are kind of gray at the FAA, and there's a lot of discussion on different channels and the internet about what is true, what is false, what is allowed, what is not, when, who, where, and I will be doing that and releasing them on the channel. So if you have not already, make sure you subscribe and click that notify bell so you're notified when that new stuff comes up, because I'll be releasing that on the channel, and then you will know immediately when it comes up. Also, when the NPRM itself is released and the rule is released, and they actually talk about what it is and what it's gonna mean for us hobbyists, I will do a review on that, and I will break it down as good as I can. And if there is information that is a little gray or not clear to me, I will contact the FAA as well and try to get clarification again, so we know what it really means for us as hobbyists and 107 pilots in the industry, because we just want to know and do it right and enjoy ourselves. So making it clear is going to help us all. And of course, last, if you haven't clicked the like already and you found something of interest or of use in this video, I would appreciate it. It does help the channel grow and lets YouTube promote it a little bit, because without any likes, YouTube will never promote it and you'll never see anything come out of this channel. So make sure, if you found something of use, click the like. I really do appreciate it. And with that, appreciate your time. And until next time and next video, good flying.